Alrighty, so I have been very confused as to why there wasn't news out, but I'm pretty sure I understand why at this point. So they, first and foremost, before we hop into the actual news, they are doing the regular system maintenance for all Netmarble stuff. So I'm pretty sure that's why the news has been super awkward. Normally, the patch would have already been live by now, I think, on a normal sort of week. But they are doing maintenance tomorrow, or I mean, it's technically 12, so it's today, but or for me at least, at 2:50 p.m. to 6:50 p.m. So down for 4 hours, they're going to be doing Netmarble regular service maintenance as well as updating Grand Cross. So they posted this last night after I had already laid down to go to bed at 2 a.m. So I wasn't going to make a video on this or anything, but they do this every once in a while. I'm not sure if it's just once a year or if they do it twice a year, maybe. I can't remember. But they do this, periodically, where they just basically put everything down. They kind of reset their servers and do any sort of updates or anything that they need to do on their end to make sure everything runs smoothly. So just be aware that tomorrow, at kind of a weirder time than normal, they are going to be shutting down all of the Netmarble stuff for a couple of hours, doing some updates. Everything should be good to go. But anyways, let's hop into the actual news. They have posted the news itself, and they went ahead and posted the events page as well, so we'll go over both of those since I've literally been waiting for this for almost 2 days at this point. But we obviously are getting the part 2 to the Escanor Festival, which is going to be a seasonal banner with a winter Valenti, Christmas Valenti, whatever you want to call her. She is a Mark II Valenti, and she is another character that's kind of weird, like the other Valenti is, where you kind of want to have a specific sort of gear set for her. I don't have a gear set for the old one, and I don't really think that this character's good enough to warrant making a brand new gear set for, so I'll probably mess around with her a little bit in ungeared PvP this week. But we are getting her. We are getting a special anniversary banner. We'll go over the banner details in the events tab, which is after we go through the main spread. We'll go over that. But yeah, I don't know. She's not anything crazy. You've probably seen her on JP already. But yeah, I guess before we hop in too far, if you guys are new to the channel or anything, feel free to subscribe if you're new, or I don't know, you just want to hang out. But yeah, new bundles. So of course they're going to be doing new diamond bundles with ticket bundles, or with tickets in the bundle for the new banner, of course. A 3.5 anniversary all-in-one equipment engraving bundle. So this is basically everything you would need to make a UR gear set, depending on your luck with the hammers and anvils there, I guess. But yeah, I mean, that's honestly not a bad bundle. You can purchase it 5 times, but I would imagine with this many hammers and anvils plus the engraving stones, that's probably a more expensive bundle, which is probably not going to be worth buying, if I'm going to be completely honest. If you're doing the training cave, which I'm surprised to see that so many people don't do training cave each week. It's literally so good for resources, but I understand it is very tedious. But yeah, if you're doing training cave each week, you really shouldn't have any need to buy this bundle as far as I'm concerned. I normally always have enough engraving stones to make UR gear for a new character when they come out or whatever, but then again, I have played the game for a long time, so maybe that's just me being in the position that I'm in, I guess. But new anniversary, they're resetting the purchase limit on these 2 bundles, which is 15 pendants and 3 SSR tickets. Is not terrible, I guess. I don't know. Depends on the price of that. That might be okay. It comes with 30 diamonds, so that makes me think that they're going to hike up the price on that a little bit. Anniversary power-up bundle. So this is just demon materials. Probably not worth buying. Improved free stage go now button. When pressing the free stage go now button in the daily tasks tab, players will now be redirected to the most recently played stage. Okay, so that's cool. Improved awakening material fusion option. This one's actually one that I've been actually really looking forward to. Players will now be able to register awakening material boxes as materials to be fused. So pretty sure all of the awakening materials that come out of these boxes have the same value anyway, so this kind of just cuts out that middleman step of you having to open the boxes or worry about that. You can literally just go straight into the fused materials screen and just throw the boxes in there, which is actually really nice because I hate these boxes. I wish they would just make it to where you could sell them outright, because I already have so many of these pendant thingies. They're not pendants, but these little awakening stars that I normally just sell the materials for money. because gold is more important to me than getting these tokens right now, and they're so easy to get. It's not like if I got low, I would have any trouble making more. So I don't know. Personally, I'd rather be able to sell these. Kind of hope they do that in the near future, but can't get that lucky just yet. Improved equipment exchange menu. Players will now be able to search hero names in the equipment exchange menu, which is actually pretty helpful, because if you have any characters that have like really good gear sets that you've already built up or anything like that, like for example, I have a full 15% gear or set of gear for Ludociel that's like 15% across the board, HP defense. It's like the perfect set to throw on anybody who's just like, oh, I don't have UR gear for this character. So in this situation, as long as he has the gear on, or maybe it'll search depending on like who it's registered to, not positive on that, but I should be able to search for Ludociel and grab his gear a lot easier instead of having to scroll through the list of characters and everything. So they obviously have sets for every single Merlin here. This is probably the dev account. It's kind of funny. And they're all 8 attack defense, which is odd, but okay. Anyways, improved team settings screen. Heroes activated holy relics will now be displayed in the team's or set team screen. So now you can see what the holy relic does. Kind of like what I'm pretty sure the graces are also added to the screen as well. So now you'll be able to check holy relics as well, which is kind of nice. Just honestly like a quick access. Like while you're putting a team together, you can see the specifics on holy relics and everything, which is nice. Improved diamond shop. Okay, after checking purchasable items in the diamond shop, the red exclamation mark will no longer appear. That's hilarious that it took 3 years for them to get this update out. Because it's normally not an issue, but every time they add these ticket bundles or whatever, like these ones right here, it's always like, oh, there's new ticket bundles or like new diamond bundles, you need to go check that out, and it never gets rid of the exclamation mark. So I'm kind of glad they got rid of that finally. We do get a free multi's worth. We do have special missions here, so we get a full free multi's worth of summons, which is great. We get a whole bunch more of these Hawk tickets, which I've been getting a lot of questions about, where to find these. It's literally just a matter of logging in, getting them through the login check-in event, and then you get them from the various events that they're doing throughout the festival. But I guess if you want any more specifics, I'm pretty sure Amazing YT Grand Cross, he did a video on like where to get all of them, just in case you want a more in-depth explanation, I guess. So if you want to, go check him out. But yeah, you get a couple of other like neat materials and stuff like that. Pretty standard stuff. There is a link to the actual events page, which we'll look at in a minute, where it has the banner. We are getting the Ultimate Hawks Festival, or Festival Hawk treasure hunt event. So this is the one where he's in the little minecart and you spin the wheel, and it's really tedious, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm not a huge fan of this one. Just because like the best way to play this one is you can literally just set your game speed to the slowest, and you'll be able to basically time this way better and pretty much guarantee yourself like getting the number that you want each time, and just just having to go into the menus and change it so that way you get the most efficient rolls, which obviously you could just do it without it and just try your luck or whatever, but it would be way more time consuming to just run through it without it anyway. So it's just kind of like a lose-lose situation, and you're either really slow or you're really inaccurate and you got to go back through it if you really want anything that you missed. So not a huge fan of this one. It's kind of annoying to play more than anything, so not really looking forward to that, but it is kind of what it is. You'll be able to grab a couple of the little pickaxes, which are the entry tickets for it, through the coin shop, it looks like. Round completion count rewards. So each time you finish one of the actual tracks and you make your way all the way through, looks like you'll get 1 pendant, 30 tickets, 5 hammers, 40 tickets, 5 engraving stones, 50 tickets, and then once you do it all, you get 1 UR pendant, which isn't too bad. I'm kind of glad that they're giving UR pendants out a little bit more regularly. But yeah, a lot of these tickets are really good, so that'll help you blast through the Hawks jumping box challenge. They are bringing back the Three Brothers final boss. Unfortunately, if you've already seen the JP patch notes, or you play JP or anything, you probably already know that they are not bringing back the costumes for this for whatever reason. I don't know why they always end up doing this, but they bring back some of these final bosses and they're like, oh, it's just a novelty, like it's just a gimmick, it's just an event to kind of give you something to do, which is fine, I guess, but like, you know, these costumes are kind of cool. It'd be nice to get them again, or get them if you don't have them for newer players. So really unfortunate that you cannot get those, but there are some decent materials in here that you can get. So obviously placement rewards are pretty decent. The cumulative score rewards, you'll get a total of 8 diamonds there, a couple more of the tickets, a couple of UR chests, which isn't really that important. And then the exchange shop itself, you'll be able to get more tickets, which is good. Super Awakening coins, which is nice. 15 of those is actually pretty good. 3 SSR pendants, which is nice. 10 UR engraving stones. 10 hammers. The rest of it's kind of whatever, but it's not terrible, honestly. I'm pretty sure this will be pretty easy because it's not even like legend difficulty or anything. It's still like hell's the max difficulty, which I know newer players maybe won't be able to do hell as easily, but normally these sort of ones, like these old school final bosses, are not nearly as hard as the new like Archangel ones are. So should be a breeze there. I'll try to have, you know, like a team and everything out for you guys, so that way you can kind of either speed through it or whatever. I'll try to look for a farming team as well. Part 2 of the Fort Solgris dungeon is going to be coming back, so they're going to change the guaranteed rewards, which is a little unfortunate because the rewards for the Part 1 is always super good, and then the Part 2 is not nearly as good, but it's still free rewards, so it's only 1 stamina, so you might as well do it either way. They're doing the Ultimate Fight Festival event, so this is the clear one, so each week you get, for 2 weeks, of course, because the update runs for 2 weeks. You get 12 wins per week, and you get a bunch of materials for doing so. So the fact that you get 4 SSR pendants through this is actually kind of nice. 6 SA coins, hammers, and anvils, and some more of the tickets is pretty good, honestly. I really can't complain there. This is just the special event ranking reward, so you have to finish really high to get any of this. Don't get your hopes up unless you're just like a hardcore PvP player. Anniversary Ultimate Festival Brawl box. So they're bringing back the Brawl event, which is always kind of weird for me because I consistently actually play Brawl, and unfortunately whenever they do these events, people tend to play Brawl a lot more, so I have to worry about my rank getting thrown out of whack, whereas normally I don't have to play Brawl nearly as much. I just kind of have to like upkeep myself and make sure I'm not getting knocked too far down, but I have to play a lot more whenever these events come out. But yeah, they do replace some of the more mediocre rewards, I guess, with some better ones, which is kind of nice. Obviously, there's still a better chance to get the stuff that was already in here compared to the new stuff that got replaced, but I mean, there's some pretty decent stuff in here, so I really can't complain too much. Boosting events part 2, so they're all of the stuff where it's like, oh, you can get ultra successes and blah blah blah, all of that boosting stuff that they normally do for festivals and everything is going to be reiterated again. Daily task reward upgrade. So this one's actually kind of nice. If you do your dailies every day during the event period, they're going to be basically boosting it to where you'll get extra diamonds and extra materials for certain dailies, which is good. So make sure you're doing those. Jump box rate up event. Increase the special item drop rates for the jump box during the event period. Players are now able to clear the last stage, stage 30, multiple times. Okay, so once you reach the absolute maximum, if you still have tickets left, you'll be able to continuously do that one over and over again and get the UR chests out of it, which is cool, I guess. They're doing a village donation event, so good way to get SSR pendants if you need those, of course, which, I mean, it's just gold. So if you have gold, you might as well trade it for these because they're actually worth getting. 1 new battle event, and then it looks like we have 1 bug fix the issue where the game would freeze when drawing from the jump box event while having no item storage space. So that's kind of interesting. If we do want to, we can hop over and look at the actual festival events themselves. So obviously we have the new Valenti, we have, you know, her ultimate, which is the exact same as the old Mark II Valenti. If you don't know what she does, decreases the crit damage of the enemies on the battlefield by 75% of the hero's crit defense. So you're going to want to build her with like HP crit defense, something to boost her crit defense, so that way you're actually getting more crit damage reduction on the enemies, which unfortunately doesn't affect Escanor, which is why she's kind of in a weird spot right now in the meta. She does have a freeze card. It does not freeze at level 1, which makes it way worse. She does have an attack seal card, but it also seals at level 2, so basically both of her cards are kind of useless at level 1, which is very unfortunate. And then she has the same ultimate as Valenti Mark II, where you just increases damage dealt. So pretty standard stuff. Obviously, you know, that's how you draw. The banner itself is pretty decent. I'm pretty sure the Should You Summon video came out this morning or yesterday morning, depending on when you're watching this. or maybe it was further than that, who knows. But obviously the only character that's rated up is Valenti. There is also some pretty good seasonal characters in here, but I would honestly not... I try not to get baited by this banner if you don't have to. I know some of these characters are pretty tempting, but normally the New Year's banner is pretty good. So I'm not going to say that it's going to be great, but a lot of the times it is. So if you'd rather save and hopefully get something a lot better than this, I would imagine waiting will probably pay off for you, because the New Year's banners are normally pretty good. That's when Trader Millie came out last year. But yeah, there's a couple of characters in here that I still need. I would love to have Christmas Lilia. I still don't have her. A couple of dupes for some of these characters would be kind of nice, but honestly, just getting her would be fantastic. I just don't have her. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one.